Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at dropping the memory temps of this Radeon RX 5700. This is a card I've recently got, and I've noticed that one of the thermal pads on one of the memory modules has come a bit loose, or it's not properly put on. I'm hoping that's the only reason why this is high, otherwise I'm going to have to go ahead and change all the thermal pads. In my last video we just looked at reducing the memory temps, a very quick simple hack to reduce the memory temp about 8 degrees on this RX 6700 XT without voiding the warranty. Looks like I'm probably going to have to go in further onto this card to work on this one. Alright guys, here is our 5700. This is the RX 5700 iceQ X model, 8 gigabytes. Looking at it, there's a plate on the back. It's possible also that this might be conducting some heat and spreading it through the back of the board as well. As you can see, where is it? Just here. There is a thermal pad. It looks like it's just come out a little bit. Yeah, there's a better angle. But I'm hoping that's the only issue. I can see some different colored ones in there as well. There's a pink thermal pad over here and a blue one over here. So I'm sure this has been pulled apart before. Yeah, the sticker's gone off the back. So someone has had this apart before. I'll pull it apart and see what's going on in there. Now we have the card apart. A couple of things I've noticed: the thermal compound is dry and it's a bit solid. It's not that paste anymore. That could certainly use changing. This is the pad I was talking about. You can see it's just slid off a bit. It looks like when this was rebuilt or however it was done, it might have slipped off when they were putting it back together. So I'm hoping that is my only issue there. Onto this memory module. Aside from that, it looks like the pads are all in the right place. The pads are still quite soft and look very new, so I might just go ahead and use the same pads on this one. Aside from this, maybe I will just put this back together and put some new paste on it and put it back together like that, and I'll check the memory temps then. If it's still not fixed, then I may have to take the back plate off of here and put some pads on in between the back plate and the board itself. So yeah, on second thoughts guys, I'm going to change these pads. They're 1mm thick. I can just see that some of them are not fully covering the memory modules, and I prefer just to cover the whole lot and be done with it rather than test and try and then pull it apart again. So after another measurement of the pad, I'm going to use a 1.5mm thermal pad to replace these ones. They are just over 1mm and they're quite soft, so I'm suspecting it's probably a 1.5mm pad. So yeah, I'm going to use 1.5. Here is the thermal pads that I'll be using, 1.5mm from 3KS. I got these online on Alibaba. There's the website there. Good quality pads. I've used them now. This is my third card I'm using them on. All three of them have worked very well. I haven't had any problems with them since I've been using this pad. It's very good, far cheaper than the brand name ones you can find on the market. So now the pads are on. These ones are 1.5 mil. The white strip on the side here was 2 millimeter. The thermal compound, the thermal paste, was actually quite bad. I'm happy to replace that. This is the thermal compound that I'll be using. Alright guys, it's back in and mining, and it is an awesome outcome. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Not only is the memory temperature down to 78, oh it's just gone up to 80. The core temp is also dropped to 50. It's even a bit lower than its brother XFX 5700. Could not have got a better outcome. So now I can push these clocks and see what I can get. So just while I'm gradually bumping up the clocks, just want to talk a bit about the 5700s. I've BIOS modded both of these 5700s to the 5700 XT models, and they were running around 48 megahash. After BIOS modding them, they both got up to about 53, 54. However, the XFX was crashing a bit, so I had to reduce the clocks just to make it stable. The temps seem to be quite fine on the XFX model, but the HIS micron memory one that we're doing is I'm so stoked with this outcome. Yeah, I'll keep bumping up the clocks and then see what we can get up to. Currently, just from one bump up, got up to 55.6 megahash. So, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel for more useful content. Here's 10 seconds of my dog.